Hi everyone, it's Maybelle with Love Shaped Intuition. It's October, happy October, back with the monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. You can watch for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If this is not your sign, you can look for those up on my channel. Under the videos tab, I'll also be putting them in a playlist to make them easier to locate. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe. It's the most valuable support you can provide me here on YouTube. It's free for your subscription. Like, comment, share this video with a friend or family member. All interactions continue to help the channel to grow, and I really appreciate your support. To support my work with a donation, please visit buymeacoffee or ko-fi.com. I also have a wish list, and all those links are in the description box as well as in the comment section. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a look at the month, at each week individually with some oracle cards, book with tarot, and then we're going to take a look at what's new with your boo. So we'll do a little love reading as well. All right, let's get started. Hi Virgo, happy October. Week 1 for Virgo. Okay, beginnings, card number 7. Sevens are long-term partnerships, contracts, relationships, commitments, including marriage. So this may be some kind of new beginning having to do with a long-term relationship. It could also be something that has to do with like exercise or fitness, and something where you're going to be receiving like clarity or rising above drama. Could also be something where there's a celebration. Week number 2. Okay, the loving man, card number 5, people. So this may be where you receive some kind of offer. This could also be that you are this loving man and perhaps you are making an offer to someone. New beginnings in a relationship. This could just be divine masculine energy, healing some aspect of the divine masculine. But more than likely, because it's here on the second week, you may be meeting someone or spending time with this person. Okay, week number 3. Okay, new beginnings. Wow. So just new beginnings this month. This could also be that there's like a birth of a baby or new idea or some kind of newness, but definitely new beginnings, and something having to do with loving man. Taking the lead also in something. Week 4 for Virgo. This could be having to do with a dog or a pet, just because I hear the neighbor's dog. Okay, fork in the road. Now the fork in the road and it came out in reverse. This may have to do with TikTok or timing, and so it may be time to make a decision, or it may be where you were stuck at a fork in a road for a while, some crossroad where you needed to make a choice or pick a path. And at this time, it feels like you've either already made your decision or it's not your decision to make. Maybe you're waiting for this other person to make the decision. Okay, week number 5 for Virgo. Oh my God. New beginnings again. I don't think I've ever had it. Well, yes. In a reading alone, yes. But in 5 cards, no. Beginnings, new beginnings, and new beginnings. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Wow. So everything new this month, Virgo, that's wild. Wow. And blessings. So you might be needing to look at the situation, count your blessings, be looking at the situation gratefully, and this could also be that it may not feel like a blessing at this time. It may feel like overwhelming, but try to find the blessings in the situation, try to find the silver lining. All right, let's get your tarot. Okay, so right now I'm seeing this fork in the road. Maybe you waited so long at this fork in the road, at this crossroads, and didn't really make a decision, that this new beginning is kind of like, it's just happening. It's happening now. Maybe somebody else made the choice for you. It's happening now. Or just it seems fated and destined. Perhaps having to do with like the eclipse energy, because I am seeing that big full moon. For Virgo. Okay, the shadow side, yes. The devil energy, Capricorn energy, maybe something that was toxic or something that was put off for a really long time. Okay, the high priest. So Taurus energy can be tradition or government or institutions, like higher learning institutions. This could be commitment. Okay, karma. So a judgment call. Okay, Virgo, someone pregnant, and so they're all of a sudden just getting married because it's kind of like the only decision, in quotes, that they feel tradition is making them get married. Karma is the results or the consequences of previous choices or decisions. And that's interesting because I did mention the eclipse from last month, and there is the eclipse again. So a judgment call, either feeling judged or judging someone else, or just a reconciliation, a second chance, a chance to reconcile differences. It may not be coming back together. It may just be an opportunity for closure or reconciliation of differences. Okay, but we do have Knight of Pentacles energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy, someone coming in with an offer. Someone coming in with an offer, but this offer is so slow in coming that it doesn't feel like it's coming anymore or at all. Okay, there's definitely a wait here. So Three of Pentacles, I'm sorry, Three of Wands. It did say Three of Pentacles. This could have to do with a work situation, but the Three of Wands is a card of not waiting in vain, having planned and did some kind of steps, planning and action, sending those ships or those boats out to sea, and then waiting for them to come back, seeing what kind of resources or seeing what they bring back. So looking out over the horizon and kind of seeing what else is out there, but it is a card of waiting. All these cards are waiting, or like waiting excessively. Kind of like procrastination. Procrastination, waiting, doesn't seem like it's coming anymore, and Three of Wands, also kind of waiting. Okay, having to do with work. Work, energy, or effort. Again, it could be higher learning, so putting in some long hours, dedication. Okay, Page of Wands. Could be flirtatious energy, good news, someone young, could be a child. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But I feel like he's almost saying like, hey girl, hey. So is it something that you can take seriously? Okay, yes. I'm going to cover this one. But we have the Five of Cups. So, wow. And we had the Blessing in disguise over there. The Five of Cups is a card of sadness, a card of regret. There are 5 cups, 3 of them have spilled over, and 2 of them are still standing. So it's important to look at this as 2 cups are there and available, and the blessing in disguise is that there are 2 cups still standing. So not focusing on the past or the cups that have spilled. Let's get your advice for Virgo. Be humble. First quarter moon in Leo. Be humble, comes from the heart, be of service, remember where you started. And I guess with these new beginnings, you know, remember where you came from, remember where you started. Practice gratitude. Wow. Okay, so that's what I was feeling with those blessings. It may not feel like a blessing right now, but practice gratitude is important. All right, next we're going to look at what's new with your boo, and that's just a quick love reading we're going to do for the month for Virgo. Okay, conflicted. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Okay, so is this putting off this decision? Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. Yes, because of this kind of feeling of emptiness or boredom, maybe a feeling of missing this person or missing something, always kind of keeping your eye out for something else. Maybe always looking for new beginnings. Okay, my foolish pride gets in the way. I have some maturing to do. I'm going to put that over by this little hey girl, hey. Okay, I don't trust you anymore. I know we were destined to meet. So knowing that you're destined to meet, but is this because you were supposed to learn something from one another? Okay, or I'm used to my toxic past. I thought you'd be similar. So getting rid of those toxic energies from the past. I'm feeling so much resentment. It's been too long or too many times. Definitely something being put off and okay, I love your kisses. I find myself comparing myself to all your exes. I'm feeling insecure. So yeah, so is this a cycle? Maybe like a constant kind of back and forth? I don't know. What is this new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings? If you would like to share in the comments, I would love to know. Let's get your advice. For Virgo. Okay, journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Okay, this may be a time of travel. It may be a time for movement forward. Again, it's just kind of, it's a card also of being on your soul's journey and learning. It's a process, growth. Okay, wait for winter. So more waiting. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So perhaps knowing, yes, instead of being conflicted when you're making your decisions or making the decisions based on boredom or kind of just like a dissatisfaction or whatever from the past, try to wait until you are feeling more balanced. Maybe be on your healing journey and then make those decisions when you are feeling ready. I'm feeling like not accepting anything like toxic or that reminds you of a toxic past or that keeps you waiting and waiting. Okay, go outside. Yes, it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Okay, so going outside. This is going to be a couple things. Going outside, you may meet other people outside, of your usual element, right? Or if you are just a nature lover and you like to spend time outdoors, then you're going to find people that also like to do what you enjoy. This is a time to go outside of your comfort zone. This is a time to go outside of your usual behavior, new beginnings, maybe seek new connections, maybe seek new beginnings so that you can find people that are, I think, ready for what you're ready for, especially if this person is just still needing to mature. So going outside, getting grounded, spending time outside in nature, going outside your comfort zone, this is also being at one with yourself. It says wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. So wherever you feel yourself, like really making those decisions, waiting for when you are ready to make those decisions. I don't know who's the holdup. Like, I don't know who's holding back or who's kind of waiting and waiting and waiting and putting things off. I don't know who was at this crossroad and didn't make the decision. Are you just making the decision because this lands in your lap? And, is that going to leave you feeling hollow, empty, and bored? All right, so that is what I have for Virgo. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thank you for watching.